Have you ever felt like other people are successful and happy and well off, and you are just struggling and it's not working and you will never get there? Today, I'm going to tell you why it feels so hard for you to be successful and how you can change today. So often in our lives, we feel like we're going in an uphill battle. We're trying to be better people. We're trying to provide for ourselves. We're trying to have a great, amazing life. And it feels like everything is aligned against us and we're just struggling. Years ago, I also felt stuck. I felt like life was a lot harder than it needed to be. Years ago, I struggled with my worth. I felt like I wasn't good enough, but I desperately wanted to belong. I desperately wanted to be good enough for people to love me and feel accepted and have friends. And it never ended up being like that. I always felt like I was chasing the dream of having friends and I was trying to fit in and I was trying to change myself to make everyone else happy so that I would fit in. I made very little progress in feeling better about myself until the day I discovered I had self-worth. I didn't need to please other people. I didn't need to be something else for them. I could just be myself. And if I felt worthy, then I would start allowing good things to happen. And crazy things started to happen. My life got better in almost every conceivable way. My finances were better. I felt more connected to my friends. I felt happier in my life, home, relationships. Everything changed because I finally felt worthy. And it wasn't that I was a different person. It wasn't that all my flaws were gone. I still have plenty of those. It's because I finally felt that I was worthy and I was ready to accept that worthiness. So often I see in my clients, they want to feel happy. They want success, whatever that looks like for you, but they're not ready to accept that they can be worthy of it. They feel like they should deserve it. They feel like they really want it really bad, but they aren't willing to accept their worthiness to be able to get that success that they so desperately want. And that is why I am such an advocate for loving yourself, for feeling worthy exactly how you are, because your brain will not give you what you want. It just won't. It won't create what you want. So many of us think that that's how it works, but it doesn't. Your brain gives you what it feels it is worthy of and nothing else. Once you feel worthy of those things that you want, then it will allow those things to come in your life. But until then, it's a no. So once you feel worthy, 100% worthy of those things that you want that are gonna give you success, then you will start attracting those things. And it doesn't matter how much you want the success in your life. You have to feel worthy of it first before you can receive it, before it happens. That's why things like manifestations and affirmations can work. But if you don't have that sense of worthiness, they won't. And that's why so many people feel like they don't work. If they've tried it and they haven't changed the way they feel about themselves, and if they're worthy for it, then it won't change. And it breaks my heart to see people suffer in this way. And that is why I make these videos. I mean, that is the one reason, if I had to tell you today, so that you can feel worthy and you can finally start getting the things that you have been wanting your whole life. You deserve them. I feel like you really are worthy, but you have to get to that point yourself. Me telling you that you're worthy isn't going to get you there. You have to get the worthy by yourself. But I can help. I know this sounds like a selfish dream, but one of my biggest wants in my life, what I feel worthy of, is to be able to help you find your worth. For you to finally feel worthy of all those things in your life that you want. Not just financial freedom, but love in your relationships, feeling needed from your friends, feeling like you belong in your life, and no longer feel like you're hiding who you authentically are. I'm tired of people hiding. I'm tired of hiding. I stopped hiding a long time ago, and I'm ready for you guys to stop hiding too. So let's accept our worth. Let's get rid of all those negative things that you have in your life and start living worthy. Now, a lot of times we feel like we should get what we want. The secret is we get what we feel like we are worthy of, what we deserve. So if we're spending most of our time beating ourselves up mentally and telling ourselves all the bad things we do and all our faults and shortcomings, that sends a message that we need to have more shortcomings and more failures and more hardships. And it makes our lives harder. But when we stop all that and we start to see our worth and we start to love who we are, then we allow good things to enter our life and we feel like we deserve success, and so we get success. Now, as we discovered our self-worth, as we decided that we were worthy, everything in our life became easier. And I'm not saying we didn't have any struggles, but it felt like we were no longer in an uphill battle. The things were going our way. All aspects of our life changed. Now, why did they change? Now, you're probably wondering, why do we have so much more success when we discovered our self-worth and who we were and we started loving ourselves? I will tell you, my friend, when a person wants something, when you want success, when you want happiness, it doesn't lead to happiness. But when you feel worthy of happiness, when you feel like you deserve success, when you deserve a good life, that is when you start creating what you deserve. Now, you might be thinking, well, but I feel like I deserve a good life. But do you really? When you are alone in your thoughts, are your thoughts negative? Are they positive? Are you beating yourself up all the time and pointing out your weaknesses and what you should have done and second guessing yourself and trying to please other people? All these things are telling your brain that you are not worthy, that you are not good enough. Our subconscious brain is in charge of about 90% of what happens in our life. And if you're programming your mind by thinking negative things about you and believing lies that have been told about you and unhappiness, you will create all that unhappiness in everything that happens to you. Now, the subconscious mind is always listening to your thoughts and it's programming it to what it thinks you want. If you're constantly focusing on all the bad things you do and the bad things that happen to you and the times people abuse you and how you're a victim, it will find more reasons to be a victim, more reasons to be a failure, more reasons why you can never succeed. And that, my friends, is why changing your identity, changing the way that you talk to yourself is the most important thing to change your subconscious programming so that you can be happy, so that you can have all the success you have ever wanted. When you feel you are worthy, when you feel you deserve it. There are many ways to train your subconscious to get you success. And one of my favorite ways is if you imagine what you want. Say you want a vacation home on the beach. If you imagine that and you imagine yourself there, and you imagine how it feels to be there, then you take that feeling and you start feeling it now. Now you're telling your subconscious what you want, what you desire, how you want to feel, and it will do all it can to get you to that place. Now, if you don't cut out the negativity in your life and the feeling like a victim and hating yourself, that little piece of reprogramming won't work. You have to cut out the bad programming in order to let the new programming work. The subconscious is in charge of over 90% of what you do on a day-to-day basis. Wouldn't it be nice if you took charge of that and trained it to do stuff so that you could be successful? I actually created a playlist for you of different videos so that you can start that journey today, so that you can start being that successful person that you want to be. I believe that you are worthy of all the success in the world. You just need to program your subconscious so that you can achieve it.